Hello and welcome to our video. As a web technology assignment, as a group, the people that are involved in this test are Leon 18K10016, Hiro 18K10039, Bernard 18K10059, Asael 18K10071, and Juan 18K10074, with each person has their own set of tasks in completion for this assignment. Some people may still be confused about what LAZADA actually is and their growth in the South Asian market. LAZADA is an e-commerce website. So by definition, it is an online shop, and as all online shops go, it is a platform for buying and selling items online from buyers and sellers all around the world. As we have established, LAZADA is one of the biggest e-commerce websites in Southeast Asia. The e-commerce giant is actually owned by the Alibaba Group. During the 11/11 sale that Lazada put up recently in 2019, they attracted about 10 million users with over 26 brands, reaching $1 million in terms of sale. This gave us a great perspective of how huge Lazada's grip on Southeast Asian e-commerce. These technologies are used for this website. HTML or Hypertext Markup Language, a standard markup language for web page, and can be assisted by technologies such as CSS and scripting languages such as JavaScript. CSS or Cascading Style Sheet, a language that describes the style of an HTML document, describes how HTML clearly should be displayed, or how is it designed to erase the separation of presentation and content. JS or JavaScript, programming language of HTML that enables interactive web pages. PHP or Hypertext Preprocessor, script language that is embedded into HTML documents for the usage of interactions with the database. AJAX or Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. AJAX is a set of web development techniques using many web technologies on the client side to create asynchronous web applications. AJAX is a technique for creating fast and dynamic web pages. JSON or JavaScript Object Notation is an open standard file format that uses human-readable text to transmit data objects consisting of attribute value pairs and array data types. Exchanges data between client and server. XML or Extensible Markup Language is a markup language that defines a set of rules for encoding documents in a format that is both human-readable and machine-readable, load and carry data within AJAX. API or Application Programming Interface is an interface or communication protocol between a client and a server. jQuery is a JavaScript library designed to simplify HTML DOM or document object model tree manipulation and traversal, as well as event handling, CSS animation, and AJAX. Responsive web page. Responsive web page create dynamic changes to the appearance of a website, depending on the screen size and orientation of the device being used to view it. Now let's see on the technicality side of this test, on how and what do we use to conduct the test. This test is done using webpagetest.org on Chrome, Firefox, and Opera, and tested on the signal strength of 4G and 3G. Request view. Images dominate in almost all of the browser's test, followed by JavaScripts and other processes, except in Firefox 3G, as it loads more on other processes rather than JavaScript. Byte per view. On the LAZADA's website, the loading is dominated by images and JavaScript. This makes sense, because LAZADA as an e-commerce website has to load a lot of images of what they are selling. Chrome and Opera loads more on the JavaScript side, but Firefox loads more images. The results are the same for 4G and 3G Firefox. Byte repeat. On 4G signal, Chrome and Opera load bigger JavaScripts more than Firefox, but Firefox loads more image. On 3G signal, Chrome loads image and JavaScript almost equally, and on Opera, JavaScripts are more dominant on load. To summarize the byte and request test, Chrome and Opera load more script compared to Firefox that loads more images. This can be caused by the level of JavaScript usage that lessens images needed to be processed by Chrome and Opera. Main thread processing breakdown. Firefox doesn't have this data. On 4G in one process, the number of main threads in Chrome and Opera are dominated by scripting processes and layout processes. On Chrome, the scripting processes dominate the process, followed by the painting processes, followed by the layout, and then the loading process. On Opera, the most dominating process is the painting process, followed by scrolling, followed by layout, and then the loading process. On one scripting process, Chrome's scripting process is higher compared to Opera's with 39.9% on Chrome versus 37.7% on Opera, 2.2% in difference. On one painting process, Opera's painting process is higher compared to Chrome's with 38% on Chrome versus 41.2% on Opera, with 3.2% in difference. On one layout process, Chrome's layout process is higher compared to Opera's with 21.2% on Chrome versus 20% on Opera with 1.2% in difference. On one loading process, Chrome and Opera have relatively the same percentage with 0.9% on Chrome and 0.8% on Opera with only 0.1% in difference. On 3G signal. In one process, the number of main threads on Google and Opera are dominated by the painting process, followed by the scripting process, then followed by the layout process. On one process, Chrome's scripting process is higher than Opera's, with 30.5% on Chrome versus 29.3% in Opera, with 0.8% in difference. On one process, Chrome's painting process is higher than Opera's with 47.6% on Chrome versus 45.2% on Opera, with 2% in difference. On one layout process, Chrome has 21.2% and Opera has 21.6%, 0.4% in difference. On one loading process, it is relatively the same between Chrome and Opera. On Opera, there are additional other processes that are about 3.5%. To summarize the main thread processing test, the most dominating process is the painting process. On 4G signal, Chrome is more efficient in painting process based on many process comparisons. Opera is more efficient in processing, scripting, and layout. On the 4G signal, both Chrome and Opera are balanced in terms of overall efficiency. But on the 3G signal, Opera is more efficient, but there are additional other processes that goes through. To simplify the data shown, this is a table showing all the information. First byte. Time to first byte for the page, or the backend processing and redirects. Keep alive all objects that are from a domain that serves more than one object for the page. For example, if only a single object is served from a given domain, it will not be checked. Compress transfer. All objects with a MIME type of text or JavaScript. Compress images, JPEG images on the website. Cache static. Any non-HTML object with a MIME type of text, JavaScript, or image that does not explicitly have an expires header of 0 or -1, a cache control header of private, no store, or no cache, or pragma header of no cache. Use of CDN. All static non-HTML content, for example, CSS, JavaScript, and images. Based on the observation above, we can give a general summary. Chrome has the fastest load time than other browsers on 3G and 4G networks. For the first byte, Chrome also has the fastest download data on both networks. For first view render, Chrome is the fastest on both networks, but on repeat view render, Opera is the fastest on both networks. On 3G network, download documents is faster on Opera browser, and on 4G network, download documents is faster on Chrome. Opera is faster to load last painted hero or the critical content on HTML on both networks. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.